Welcome into the live stream here on McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That is Tyler.
What it is, sir?
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Here on this Monday afternoon, May the 13th. Hard to believe we're halfway through the month of May by the middle of this week, but alas, we are. That's how this works.
I'm gonna do something fun today. Since today at 2:30, Neal, we get back out of jail, out of TikTok jail today at 2:30. Like, they're very specific. So I'm gonna do a little mixture today. We're gonna
feel like I was prosecuted for no reason.
I keep saying we.
Yeah, I mean, I do my share of idiot things, but you know,
I am going to start. How about this? I'm going to start us a Instagram live, and then I'm going to bring back all of our TikTokers. We'll bring them back. We'll bring them back out of jail just in time for the travel Neal's trip discussion towards the end. So we'll welcome those guys back.
All right, that sounds good. I got to silence my phone. I was missing calls earlier today because I had it on silent. And then I forget to take it off silent. I take it off silent, I forget to put it back on silent. It's one of those kind of constant things.
Before you get the audio file, if you're joining us on Instagram, we're gonna move to TikTok at 2:31 when we get out of. I've been in TikTok jail for repeating.
Is there a timer on it?
It literally says when you hit the live button, it says you can come back at 2:30 p.m. Central on today. The 13th of May.
Crazy.
It was exactly 1 week, so I guess they kicked me off.
So the next time we get kicked off, you'll be kicked off for 2 weeks.
I'm going to be very careful. I'm not going to repeat any Tom Brady Netflix jokes because that gets you in trouble.
Yeah. Well, that roast triggered a lot of people. It upset some people.
I have learned something about Instagram Live though.
Yeah,
is they are on me about this camera angle. So I just already had, who is this? This is Meat Maestro says, very flattering camera angle. Hey, how about this? Would you like this one? I mean, damn, guys. You act like I weigh 7,000 pounds. Freaking, I'm 7 pounds overweight of my adult weight. That's how much I weigh. And if you'll wait just a minute, I'll give a shit. I do not.
You still don't?
Still don't.
Oh,
doesn't work. Doesn't work.
It's too bad.
Cut my nose hairs. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got one that says sexy. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
See?
Yeah.
All it takes is one.
Yeah, she must sleep in my bed. 3-time world champ, Neal.
That's what I heard.
I'm a 3-time world champ. You can't take it away from me.
Oh, it's true. That is true. All right, you ready to roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome into episode 173 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on this Monday, May the 13th. Hope everybody had a wonderful, safe Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there. Hope you had a great day being celebrated. Tyler, how are you?
I'm doing great, brother. We've I was full of rain this weekend. I actually went rain heavy on Saturday. I went with the old Red Dragon on Saturday to get my mind right for Saturday night. Did not work.
Yeah.
But
your mind was right.
My mind was right.
Didn't get the right result.
Didn't get the right result, but we did go rain heavy on Saturday night. Tell me about the guys at Rain, Neal. I'm going to tell you what I'm drinking in a second.
We are brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel. 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, and zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
I'm going with a kiwi blend, which has became one of my favorite afternoon drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Very light, very fruity.
Yeah.
Really, really, really enjoy the kiwi blend. And Rain, talked to my guy Bob. Bob's busy. They're planning 25 already at Monster. So he's got big meetings in Atlanta this week. So what's up, Bob? Our friends at Cooper Chevrolet, Neal, because the Cooper Chevrolet chat is hot. It's bumping, and it's going to be bumping this afternoon. TikTok and Instagram's already bumping. So here we go. The guys at Cooper Chevrolet got a great deal. You can take off over $4,150 off the new 2024 Chevy Colorado. That's an extra $750 off for current Chevy owners or leasees. How about this? Again, it's Military Appreciation Month at Cooper Chevrolet. Military and active duty veterans or spouses can take an additional $1,000 off the Chevy Colorado. Make sure you call those guys at area code 256-236-4481 and tell them that McCready and Siskey sent you.
Awesome.
Got a super chat. We'll get started. It says from Austin, thank you very much. He says, Tyler, what do you think about the new NASCAR in-season tournament? They're starting next season when they move to Amazon TNT. Winner gets $1 million. So I thought about talking about this, but Neal is such a NASCAR fan. I didn't want to spoil it for him. Basically, they announced they're going to Amazon TNT next year, and they're going to do a in-season tournament where they go head to head. Like, okay, this race, it's this guy versus this guy. And at the end of the deal, the winner of that bracket gets $1 million.
Oh,
so it's a way to.
That's cool.
It's like an in-season
putting
in-race.
games inside the games.
Yes. Yeah.
Putting games inside the races.
Yes. So
the
I'm okay.
Race inside the race. I like that.
I'm okay with it. The only thing that sucks is like when sometimes cars wreck.
Yeah.
And if you're, as long as you finish the race, but there's going to be some of that where a great driver plays somebody shitty and wrecks and people are going to be pissed off. So it is what it is. There's going to be a lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
A lot of luck involved. So, but it's going to be cool. It's something different.
Sort of par for the course in sports.
Par for the course.
Sometimes luck is a big part of it.
Sometimes. All right, Neal, since our last show, the Oxford Chargers took one on the chin this weekend. They lost the series to Hernando in 2 games, lost 2-1 in 7 innings on Friday. First of all, great baseball play.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the Friday game on the stream.
So Hernando had their ace, who is an Ole Miss, I guess I keep saying commit, signee, versus our Ole Miss signee. And they both have unbelievable stuff. We were winning 1-0. Brady actually had a no-hitter going with 2 outs, I think, in the 6th. We gave up a little, it was a base hit. It was a little dink shot in the center field. And then a legit one off the wall with 2 outs in the 6th. And we had 2 errors. So got down 2-1 and then had a runner at second with no outs. In the 7th.
Brock was at second with no outs.
Yeah. He was at second with no outs, and we couldn't get him to the crib to tie it up. Then Saturday night went 10 innings and lost 1-0 on a sac fly. In 10 innings, kids competed their ass off. I thought it was just really good. Really good baseball. Great to see the kids compete like that. But yeah, it sucked when you go 10 innings and. The future. If you're an Oxford Charger, you're located up here, and you're excited about that. The last 7 innings of that game were thrown by an 8th grader and a 9th grader.
Wow.
An 8th grader and a 9th grader.
Wow.
And
it was a big moment for those guys.
Yeah. Every time Robert Upchurch is the 8th grader. Every time he gets in the game, I look like my dad was there. Came up to watch this, and Mom and Dad came in town. I leaned over to my dad and said, "What were you doing in 8th grade?" And so, and then we had a freshman that pitched before him, and they both really pitched well down the stretch, and they're going to be really good. And then we have a 10th grader usually start. He had arm issues late in the season, but he's usually our number 2 starter. He'll be back. He's only a 10th grader, so a lot of young pitching coming through and young good players. So it should be a fun little couple of years here for Oxford baseball. But I want to get all kidding aside too. Want to say this, Coach Hoggard and the staff, great job. They are. I couldn't be more happy for my kids to play for somebody like that.
Yeah,
I think they do a phenomenal job. The way they coach, the whole deal. Oxford's lucky to have him. He's a hell of a ball coach.
They have great coaches over there. It's how I feel about Carson's deal with soccer. Just Hunter Crane and Coach Winnick and those guys.
Saw Hunter yesterday.
Yeah, they care about the kids.
Yeah,
that's what you really want. That's the thing that you want the most for your kids. Not to go too far down this road. We have other stuff to get to, but it's important. No matter how talented your kid is or isn't, you want them to be held to a standard, held accountable, and to be cared about.
Right.
That's what you want. You want them to play for people who care about them, not only as players, but as people. And I think you get that at a lot of places. I can't speak to the other schools. I don't have kids there. We've certainly gotten that at Oxford with Caroline and dance and now Carson in soccer. There's no question that the coaches who are there that have dealt with them, and it sounds like what you deal with in baseball, which is not a surprise to me at all, that they hold them accountable, and they hold them to a standard.
Do it the right way.
But they care about them.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. And they're kids, because kids are going to screw stuff up. And sometimes it's the one part about being a high school coach, right, is that you really can't control the talent you have.
No. Allegedly.
Well,
I got accused of it.
Well, where you were, I mean, y'all recruited like, it's ridiculous. I don't even want to talk. I was just going to kind of pretend this whole St. Paul's thing didn't happen. But no, I'm kidding. Maybe you really, for the most part, you can't control.
No, right.
You can't control the talent that you have or don't have. It's community, and it might ebb and flow or whatever. But you can try to create a culture inside your program, and that matters.
All right. I want to be a hand raised guy. I don't have any icks. I just want to be a hand raised guy here. So a couple things. One is really these both, I think, have to do with the Mississippi High School Athletic Association. One is the way these 3-game series are done. And it's very unique. And it's the only state that I know is like this. So whoever the higher seed is, right, hosts game 1. Regardless of what happens, game 2 is now at the other team's place, right?
Right.
And then if you win, if you force a game 3 or whatever, now you got to go back to the other place. And so for years, there's this state, the other state that's like, always, it was a running joke where I'm from Alabama. It was a running joke. And, y'all thank God every day for Mississippi, because if it wasn't for Mississippi, you'd be 50th in everything. So you're just 49th.
Jeez.
So, yeah,
what a bunch of arrogant.
I know. How about that? We're 49th and everything. All right. But in the state of Alabama, for years, when they did when they went to the 3-game playoff stuff, you played on Friday, you played a double header at whoever the higher seed was. Okay?
Right.
So, because in a 3-game series, the lower seed is going to have to win at least one game at the other place anyway,
right,
if you want to win.
So play them.
So you play.
But then if you split, the deciding game is on the road.
Then the deciding game comes on the road. Well, think about travel and all that stuff, right? If you go 3 games, you're paying for travel. You're paying for travel for back there instead of just getting it over with.
Right.
All right. And then actually this year in Alabama, or maybe it was this year and last year, they've gone to whoever the higher seed just host all 3 games.
Oh. And
you play a doubleheader, and if you have to come back the next day. But just the cost of the schools to travel.
Right.
Somebody has to pay for that, and they don't have huge budgets. Okay. Oxford will be fine. All these bigger schools will be fine, but like not everybody. I mean, there's some small schools out there that
just
don't
raise
have.
some NIL.
Yeah, just raise some money. Piece of cake. It's out there. Just take it. The money will show up. It's like magic pixie dust. That's what I used to call. Like coaches would be like, "Hey, I want to do this." Well, great. Hey, let's get my favorite was photo shoots were happening. Man, we need to go get a Lamborghini to take a picture. Let me get right on. Let me shit a Lamborghini and just drive down on the
that would hurt
on the field.
That would hurt.
Things have to happen in order that to happen, but they don't. The way they travel, they should do at least go ahead and play the first 2 games on Friday, and if you get it over with, you get it over with. You don't play. So, that's 1. And 2 is this. All right, and I guess there was a lot of talk about how chippy this game was and as chippy this series is with the fans, all that stuff. I personally did not think it was chippy. And this is me. This is my opinion. I was there both times, all 4 games. I personally did not think it was chippy. Maybe I am the problem. Chippy to me.
Oh, yeah, that's possible.
Hey, go take a football team down to Baton Rouge and play it at 6:00 on a Saturday night in a college football game. That's chippy.
Wear crimson jerseys and the white pants. That would be.
Yeah,
see if that's a little chippy.
Yeah, like maybe I'm jaded on what chippy is and what hostile environments are. Maybe I'm a little jaded on that. I thought it was exciting. I thought there was energy.
Yeah.
Example, like I know, and Taylor listens to our show. The head coach at Hernando listens to our show, and I was probably a lot of stuff was going on in the outfield, I guess, with students and stuff. Yeah. I couldn't hear it, but I tell you what I could hear. I was going to mess with Taylor on this. I tell you what I could hear, and I didn't say anything. So Friday night it was packed at their place, packed, and I'm sitting there, and they had so many students that are good for them. Their students showed out, the whole deal.
Oh yeah,
they came and started sitting in our section. And they brought air horns.
The students did. And so when our pitcher was going to throw, I think it happened twice, just not the whole game, just twice, hit the air horn in his motion, right? And this was the best part is the state, it was coming from our section, right? But it was their students.
And the announcer said, "If you come on and blow an air horn, you're going to be like basically hollering at us." And we're like,
yeah.
no, not over here. No, you can throw out your own people. But like some of that goes on. Yeah, I get it, but I didn't think it was like. I don't know what was said in the outfield. I know they took offense to it because the players from Hernando, after they won, made sure the outfielders, the people, not the outfielders, the people behind the outfield walls, gave them the old goodbye signal, all that stuff. So it's it made it fun.
It's a pretty intense rivalry. It reminds me of, it's beginning to remind me of one that I grew up with in high school, Rustin versus Neville, where we just didn't like each other. I mean, just when you played each other, you just didn't like each other.
It's good to have rivalries, though.
Of course.
Yeah, it's good for the game.
And when the games are in the playoffs and it's intense and everybody starts busing students and stuff to places and people say things and people know each other's names and these kids have competed against each other in travel ball since
no telling how long.
Little kids.
Yeah.
And they know each other and now with social media, they can communicate with one another. And
yeah.
Like I laugh at Carson sometimes because he wants nothing more than to beat Hernando, and then he'll tell me this kid in Hernando, and he's always like, "Oh, he's a really nice guy, and he's a really nice guy." And I'm like, "Well, I thought you hated them. I mean, which
one is it?"
It's so it's fun. Rivalries are fun.
All right, this is my last complaint.
Like I don't really want bad things to happen. Well, I guess I realized I had taken it a little too far when I was younger, and Carson was. It would have been like 20. He probably was only 4 or 5 years old. We were in St. Louis. We'd gone up, taking the girls and Carson up to St. Louis. We went to see the Arch. Just did a weekend in St. Louis. Did Grant's Farm. Did the zoo. St. Louis has a great zoo. Did all that stuff. And we happened to be staying at the Hilton. I'll tell you when it was. It was 2010. And so Carson was 4. And we're at the Hilton in downtown St. Louis, and the Cincinnati Reds happened to be staying there. And this was on Sunday. We didn't go to the games or anything. And on Sunday,
you pulled the fire alarm.
No, had the Cardinals been there, I would have pulled the fire alarm. No, but on Sunday, for whatever reason, the Cardinals mascot, Fredbird, came into the Hilton.
Okay,
and Carson went tearing off in tears, screaming. And it may have been because I had told the children when they were little that Fredbird wanted to kill Santa Claus. Maybe. I mean, that's not. I mean, it could be more than that. It could be because it's a dangerous looking. It is a dangerous looking.
A lot of kids
bird.
Scared of clowns. Nope, your kids are scared of Fredbirds.
Yeah.
That's great.
Indoctrination at an early age.
Get them right.
He does want to kill Santa Claus, by the way.
Fredbird does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those little birds on the bat, those birds are communist.
Okay. That's fair. My only other complaint I got to the Mississippi High School Athletic Association, they got to get this fixed. Because this contributes to the chippiness. If they want to cut down some of this chippiness. So almost every school in our region, I can't speak for every school I've been to that we've played, basically. You have a home side and you have a visitor side, and there's usually like seats in the middle behind home plate that like the booster club or parents or whatever sit, right?
Yep.
And you go during the season, you sit in your section or whatever. Well, during the playoffs, they don't allow them to mark those seats off.
And that's, come on.
Okay.
Come on. And you're inviting trouble.
All right. So I was unaware of this. So our first home playoff game, I don't remember who it was against, Germantown, I think.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I do the same thing I do every. I get to the park, I leave the house about, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes before a game. I get there, and like you sit in the same kind of seats all year,
Yeah.
Like it's bad luck to be superstitious, but I sit in the same seats kind of deal, right?
Yeah, sure.
And if we don't play good, I'll move a seat down here or there, whatever. Me and Aaron kind of got our spot we sit in,
Yeah.
And then, like the Rayburns, they sit in their spot, and the Ellises sit in their spot, and Scruggs sit in their spot. And it's kind of like we all kind of got our areas that we sit in. And again, it's a superstitious thing, no big deal. But I get there, and when I get there, I'm like, dude, there was like 15 seats left. And this is like a section of, like they just come let everybody sit because they got there early. I was like, okay, all right, cool. So the next one, I learned my lesson. The next time, I get there early and kind of make sure everything was good. We played Madison Central. Everything was good.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I got there at 6:08 the other day. There was already 20 people sitting in our section. And so that's cool. We're going to sit there too. But it turned into, you don't know whose parents or what, and it turns into this thing like they start going, drop it, drop it, drop it. And then, well, that's that kid's mom. She gets pissed off. And all that. And so I may or may not.
That's the part where I'm like, don't after the fact come tell parents, hey, calm down. No,
they created a situation
you could have avoided this.
Yeah, the same thing like on Friday night. And I get it. There wasn't a whole lot of like seating to sit, with as many people that were interested in coming. That game was packed Friday night. It was packed the other night too. But just the way that there's just not like the bulk of the seats at Hernando are actually on their side. And there's like one little stanchion thing. And so it's going to be packed, right? But when their students are sitting next to parents, it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep, sure.
And so it's kind of like fuck around and find out a little bit. Like, okay, I mean, we know we create that environment, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. And you could probably not have to worry about it and do some, hey, this is for visitors, this is for home. And you could sit that. But the hard part was like right there in the middle.
Hand-raised guy.
That's what I'm saying, hand-raised guy. Yep. It was a conglomerate of people. And, the fans were, she's yelling to strike this kid out, swing and miss and all that stuff. Well, that kid's mom's sitting right there. This kid's mom's yelling that he can't throw a strike, don't swing. Well, that kid's pitching's mom's sitting right there from her, and so it just created this.
Yeah.
Like, it creates problems.
Yeah.
So that would probably be my suggestion on that. Last thing, I want to say this too, and I can't believe I didn't bring this up the other day. Congratulations to Lafayette here in Oxford. Yeah. They're going to the state championship. Got a bunch of Ronnie Williams, who listens to our show, his son's on the team. Got a bunch of kids that we coach the summer ball team that are on that team. Really excited for those guys.
Congratulations, you didn't ruin them.
I didn't ruin them. They probably an indictment on my coaching. We probably should have won some more games. But congratulations, they're going to get a shot. They're going to play Van Cleve, I think, so they're playing in the state championship. So excited for those guys here in town.
Tyler, what's the first thing you'd do if you had an extra hour in your day? Would you go for a run?
Nope.
Take a nap?
Nope.
Read a book?
Definitely not.
What would you do?
If I had an extra hour in my day?
Extra hour in your day?
I would attempt to become a 4-time world champ.
Well, a lot of us, Tyler, spend our lives wishing we had more time. The question is, time for what? If time was unlimited, how would you use it? The best way to squeeze that special thing into your schedule is to know what's important to you. Make it a priority. Aaron's going to have to cooperate. But sure, therapy can help you find what matters to you so you can do more of it. Therapy can be helpful for learning positive coping skills, how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapist anytime for no additional charge. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MPW today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MPW.
All right. I got something else I want to say, and really it's the only thing Porter related or college football related I want to talk about today. As of 11:15 this morning, okay, a lot of numbers are being thrown out, but people like all these people that have these websites that track portal and stuff, they don't have the login. They don't understand what the real numbers are. As of 11:15 a.m. this morning, I'll go ahead and tell you, my source is from somebody who runs recruiting in the Southeastern Football Conference. Okay. That actually has the login to the portal and can actually look at it.
Yep.
So I was on the phone with him this morning at 11:15 a.m. There are 1,663. That's 1,663 players still active in the portal that were on scholarship from an FBS program. Okay, that are still active in the portal. Okay,
1,663.
Yep, 1,011 of those are from the spring portal alone. So 1,000. So basically, whatever that is, that's a little bit more than 2/3 of that.
It's 19 and a half teams.
Yeah. So 19 and a half teams of scholarship players are in the portal.
Unbelievable. The amount of bad advice.
Because here's the bigger problem.
That has been distributed.
Coaches have kind of figured out's not the right word, but they're starting to navigate the portal and navigate their 85 is a real number.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're navigating their 85 a little differently
and it's
now.
It's about to become a firm number.
Well, it is a firm number.
No, but I mean, it's about to become like you can't do invited walk-ons and stuff. I'm telling you, that's coming.
The reason that's coming, just so you know, you're going to like this. This is going to be your favorite. You know what that's in response to?
It's in response to guys getting NIL deals to replace a scholarship so that you can add a scholarship. It's a way to skirt rules.
Title IX. Dropped your Title IX number 40. That's why they're trying to get that.
Right,
I can't say Title IX. I got us a flag last time. Don't want to say that, but that's what they're trying to get their Title IX number down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they're hiding it, trying to say something else. That's the only, because they're trying to, because we know, like we've talked about 1,000 times, Neal, you're going to take opportunities away, right?
You are.
So they're trying to take this Title IX number down.
You know,
that's what they're trying to do.
There's a story that's
they can fake somebody else out that doesn't know.
There's a story that's out today about a player signing to play basketball at the University of Washington and getting an NIL deal worth $2 million.
I saw that. Is that
supposedly ESPN has reviewed the documents and it's legit?
But is that from the collective or is that?
I assume it's collective.
Okay,
but regardless,
good for them.
Yeah, I mean, and so people come back with what's great for the player. No one's saying it's not. That's not what people are like. Me, I'm not against this kid getting paid. Kudos to him, man. I'm happy for him, happy for his family, all that stuff. Two things can be true at once. You can also look at that and go, I don't know, this is not probably all that sustainable. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired of the conversation. And 10 thoughts today. I do 10 thoughts at rebelgrove.com I've gotten around pretty bad about this being Monday before it comes out.
It's springtime.
Here lately, I don't really have 10 thoughts.
Well,
so it's a scramble.
Well, the problem is this subject has been worn out, right?
Yeah, and so what I did today was I was like, I don't really feel like writing about it. I know that people have interest in it. Here's a couple stories from Ross Dellinger.
Hey, if you want to read, there's no better person on the planet to go read than Ross Dellinger.
And then Seth Emerson had a really good story. I linked it too, and I was like, if you want to read about it, read about it.
All right, but and
then call and tell me, or don't.
I do want to say this though, and this is my point of bringing this up. This was kind of totally sad. I didn't want to talk about the other stuff. I just came up organically. The coaches are learning how to deal with this a little bit better as far as the roster management, getting the 85 is a real number. Neal, they're like a year ago right now, teams were having 8 to 10, 12 spots left to fill. You know the most I know of a school having spots are?
I mean, 4 or 5.
I know one school that has 8 spots.
Yeah.
The rest of them that I've talked to are 4 and under.
Yeah.
That's I want to say this, and maybe Cole can clip this. We'll make this go viral. If all of you guys that are writing about the portal, okay, and On3 has a whole website to it, okay, all you guys that like to write stories about the portal and all that stuff, and that's what you do, because there are people that's what they write about. How about write this for me? This is my request because nobody is writing about this. Y'all want the Athletic writes great articles, the whole deal. If y'all want to do a story, how about somebody do a story about all these kids that are going to be left with no college education? All these kids are not going to have a scholarship to finish their education. And we like to track guys and all that stuff. Let's pick them up, because I'm going to tell you right now, I kind of counted up and averaged it out. There's 1,663 former scholarship players that are still active in the portal. There's probably going to be about 400, between 400 and 500 of them will actually eventually find a home, leaving approximately about 1,200 kids. That's 1,200 kids that were on scholarship last year with nowhere to go, nowhere to play, and no college education. So if you want to write an article, let's stop writing, oh, man, they got this guy, and he's going to make this difference. Okay, let's write a real article. Let's write about – everybody wants to talk about the good in the portal. Well, let's don't just write about the good. Let's be honest and write about the bad. Let's write about those 1,200 kids that were on aid last year that aren't going to get aid.
Are you asking propaganda-based media to be balanced in its reporting?
I just want somebody to write about that.
Well,
so if y'all want to write an article, write about that.
That's not going to happen.
Just one person write an article.
That's not going to happen.
And whoever writes it, I will pub the shit out of it.
That's not going to happen. Those kinds of businesses, those sites are so rah-rah based that they're unwilling to tell that truth.
But even the Athletic, they don't have a team. So somebody from the Athletic, Max, somebody, Chris,
maybe so.
Somebody write. I'll pub the shit out of it. But it's very frustrating for me to do that. And Neal, as I say the word shit, and we don't get kicked off Instagram, it is now 2:30, Neal.
Okay.
Do you know what happens at 2:30?
You are out of jail.
No, I got 1 minute left. So if you're on Instagram Live, all right, if you're going to Instagram Live, come join us on the MPW Digital YouTube channel. McCready and Siskey, we're live now. I'm switching over to TikTok right now, and I'm going to welcome all of our TikTok people since we're out of jail. We've been in jail for a week. So I'll see you guys on YouTube. All right, so I'm going to end that.
You know, there's a high percentage once you get out of jail of people who are reincarcerated. They reoffend.
You hear my, there we go. Let's go.
Did you know that?
Well, I'm not going to be one of those guys.
Not everyone's rehabilitated. Sometimes people get out.
I'm rehabilitated.
And they're not ready, and they get right back into trouble, right back into prison. They become institutionalized.
All right, here we go. Here's the try. Let's see if it lets us go. Oh, we're live. We're out of jail. We're out of jail. Welcome to TikTok Live is what it says.
I'm with Jay Robertson. He predicts the recidivism rate for McCready and Siskey is going to be high.
The what?
That's
too. What does that mean? I'm from Anniston, Alabama.
Back into jail.
No, I'm not going back to jail. I'm not doing it. I'll let you. It's now notifying people we're live. All right, we got a first person in there. Hudson Jackson, welcome, Hudson Jackson. CMC, Jazzy, Matt. Here we go. We're rolling. All right, hey, we're back on TikTok. We were in jail for a week.
All right, let me get us started a little.
Go ahead.
Unicorns, rainbows, sugar and spice, gingerbread, Cinderella.
We're good. I love it. All right, so we're back off TikTok jail for a week. So hey, you're more than welcome to join us on McCready and Siskey on that. All right, here we go. Welcome all my TikTok people. All right, couple quick things, and we're going to get to the moment we've all been waiting for. All right, I know you didn't see this. I watched it because obviously I was interested. So our friends at the UFL publicized the hell out of this. A.J. McCarron returning to Alabama. It was the two best teams. They literally said it was going to be the most most watched, most interesting game of spring football history, and it probably was.
Okay.
So it was on Saturday afternoon. I'm waiting on the ball games. Waiting to go to the ball game. So I mean, it's perfect timing for me.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this game. My Battlehawks struggled a little bit, but found a way. And Birmingham's legit. They can run the football. So you were
cheering for the Battlehawks against Birmingham?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right, because he plays for the Battlehawks.
Yeah,
AJ. I'm sorry. For some reason, I was thinking he played for the Birmingham.
Yeah, AJ plays for the Battlehawks.
Gotcha.
All right, so there's they're trying to stop Birmingham to punt back to them. There's going to be 30 seconds, no timeouts. And then they start talking about AJ driving them down the field, the whole deal. Well, Birmingham they block Birmingham's punt at midfield.
Okay.
So now they got the ball at the 40-yard line.
Okay.
With 40 seconds, need to score a touchdown to win, down 4.
Okay.
Throws a completion. They go out of bounds. So he then huddles up. He scrambles, doesn't get the first down, whatever, clock's running, so he spikes it. So it's 4th and 2.
Okay.
And I'm in. End of the game, I'm locked in. Game goes to commercial. Just goes to commercial.
You didn't see the last play?
Had no idea what happened. And I'm like, surely they understand that they kicked off in the middle of there's 15 seconds left to go in the game.
Oh my gosh.
Kicks off commercial. This is not CW, who's notorious for throwing Malcolm in the middle of anything.
Right.
Okay. Or
this is Fox.
All you Oregon State and Washington State fans are fisting to get some of that.
Yeah.
This is Fox.
Okay.
Like the national network of Fox.
Yeah.
Go straight into commercial, 15 seconds left in the game. And I'm like,
should have put it on MSNBC.
Yeah, surely. Sure. Yeah, right.
See, I'm with you, TikTok.
Yeah. I almost said something, but I knew we just got off TikTok ban, so I want to go back. All right. I'm surely like somebody hit the wrong button or something. They're going to come back. No, Neal. They just stay a commercial. I'm like, what?
So what happened?
I had no idea. I had to go. I'm search social media, and I had to wait for the UFL to like post. And then like 5 minutes later, it was like Stallions win. I have no idea what happened. I don't know what. I have no idea what happened. None. No idea what happened.
All the jokes.
I mean,
I got a million jokes in my head.
I know,
but
like you had your moment. Like you had your moment. You had your moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Can't say that one.
Oh, this is a perfect. Yeah, this is a perfect lead up to it. We're definitely getting suspended today. Oh, we got red lines going across top.
What happened?
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh,
we're good.
I was going to say, come on. You guys
TikTok,
are way too sensitive.
TikTok, we're good. We're good. All right. So this is perfect to get us banned right off TikTok again.
All right, be careful here.
Yeah, got to be careful here.
Because I don't even know what the shirt is.
All right, so Dan Quinn, new head coach of the Washington Commanders, wore a shirt to practice on whatever the OTAs, whatever they're doing now. They don't call them OTAs. What do they call them now? I
don't know. Whatever.
And so it was the Washington logo, the big W.
Okay.
And it said Commanders.
Okay.
And then off of the W had two feathers, Indian feathers.
Right, careful.
And so careful. Dude, you would have thought that he showed up in full protest gear. I mean, people were murdering him on Twitter.
You were saying so many cautionary words.
I'm sorry. I still no red line. But they were killing him because he wore a shirt that had two in it. Like, I get first of all, I would like to say this. If anyone can find me that shirt,
you'll wear it.
I'll wear it. That shirt, I'll buy it. I'll wear it. I just need to know where to purchase it. It was a really cool looking shirt.
My buddy Mason Brooks is with the Commanders. I started to say Redskins. I was getting into trouble.
Yeah.
Commanders. I don't know if is he still with them? I don't know.
I don't know. I have to look.
I need to look him up.
But I mean, who cares? We're so soft in this country. We've gotten so soft. We've gotten soft. We're soft. It bothers me to death how sensitive, like it does. I'm enjoyed it. TikTok has been fun. All right, so
we made it. 7 minutes.
We made a whole 7 minutes for they suspended us again.
What is the over under on how many minutes we make it?
I'm going to try to. I haven't said any hateful speech yet.
No, you haven't
yet. All right, so yeah, but we gotten so soft, man. Like I get so frustrated. It's like and if my players are listening, we got a lot of my former players that listen, and especially on social media, they remember when you walked in my meeting room. Okay, when you walked in my meeting room, I had a big sign that said "Check your feelings at the door." Okay, I don't play feelings.
Right.
Now, that's why it's very hard for me to coach 8-year-olds. So I can coach an 8-year-old. But check your feelings at the door. We're not doing the soft stuff. Like I was talking to one of my former players the other day, and some of the things I used to do in a position meeting, I would so get fired for and canceled so quick these days. We've gotten so soft. And I'm talking about like 6-7 years ago, not like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
We've gotten so soft in our society.
Oh, there's no doubt. Unbelievable. No question about it.
All right. NFL. But anyway, good for you, Dan Quinn. Good for you. And I would like to.
You should have seen the softness at the little soccer consolation game I was at yesterday.
Oh.
You didn't hear my story.
You got some softness? Don't get us suspended.
Consolation game, 5:00, Mother's Day. Nobody cares.
Great idea.
The kids don't care. I didn't care as parent. I don't know that I've ever cared less.
Okay.
All right, so
5:00 consolation. Why don't y'all just cancel and go home?
There would be a fine that the club had to pay. Yeah, $1,200. Yep.
You couldn't just pay for the officials and get out of there?
Nope.
All
right. So,
I'm sorry.
So hold on. Here we go. Played at Vicksburg Sports Force Parks. Great facility.
Great facility.
Grade A. Great job. Facilities, concessions, the whole deal. Phenomenal. Okay. But it's a lot of multi-purpose fields. A baseball field that has the soccer markings on it. Okay.
I'm with you.
It is what it is. Is it ideal? No, but I get it. I understand. You're trying to save money. You can play more games. I get it 100%. Baseball, as you know, unlike soccer, baseball has dugouts. Okay. The soccer teams don't use the dugouts. They use benches on the side of the soccer field.
Right.
Makes sense. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right? I'm with you.
So the field, if you're watching, the field goes like where Tyler is one goal.
Okay.
And where I am is the other goal.
Okay.
Okay. So over here is the third base dugout.
I'm with you.
This is home plate.
Okay.
And this, naturally, is the first base dugout.
Right.
That's kind of behind one of the goals.
I'm with you.
Okay. When I got to the game, I was out walking for a while. I was listening to the Cubs Pirates, minding my own business. And then here comes the rain. I didn't have any rain gear.
So you found a dugout, I bet.
So I look out, and the third base dugout is full of parents that appeared to be parents for the other team. Hey, good for you guys.
You say you didn't go sit with the other parents?
I went
of the other team?
So I went. I saw Carson put his stuff in the first base dugout. Okay?
All right.
And so I just said,
natural.
I'm going to go sit in this dugout. Well, the officiating crew in soccer is a head official and 2 assistant officials.
Okay.
I'm not getting the terms right, but you get the gist. They come into that dugout. And I said to the first sideline guy when he got there by himself, I said, hey, am I okay in here or do I need to leave? And had he said, no, you got to leave, it's the rules, I would have been like, okay, cool. Let me get my stuff. Let me figure out where I'm going to go. I would have said, yes, sir, right? Young guy, nice guy. He goes, no, you're fine. Okay, cool. Well, I sit there. Some other parents come in, Oxford. We play for Tupelo Football Club.
Okay.
Some of the other Tupelo Football Club parents come in there. We're normally not a rowdy bunch. And in a consolation game, we're damn sure not a rowdy bunch. Now, there were 2 or 3 kids on the team who were playing their final soccer game because they're seniors. This was their final club game of the year, which meant it was their final soccer game of their careers. Well, their parents, naturally, are filming.
Right.
Okay? Not the whole thing, but taking some videos and stuff, because memories.
Got to take memories.
You get it.
I do.
So far, you're completely with me.
I'm
right?
with you, dog.
Okay. Now, it's continuing to rain, and it's beginning to rain harder.
Okay.
I'm not getting wet in the dugout. But at one point, I decided I'd slip out of the dugout right on the lip of the dugout, and I'd film some.
Okay. I'm with you here.
For a number of reasons. I'm sending some stuff to the rest of my family.
Yep.
Saving it for Carson.
Yep.
And then a couple other reasons that you're aware of that I'm not prepared to talk about just yet.
Yes.
And at one point, so the whole first half goes by. It's 1-1 at the half. Neither team gives a damn. In fact, at this point, we're just cheering for someone to score because the last thing we want is a tie game and 30 minutes of overtime. No. Somebody win.
So let's go home.
Somebody score.
Yep.
Well, it just so happens that I'm filming, and so Tupelo is coming towards my goal. Okay. So the goalkeeper for the Hattiesburg team is in goal in front of me. And the ball gets out to the 18 box.
Yeah.
And Carson's a couple yards outside of it. And he hits a screamer right to the top left corner. It's going in. And the kid for Hattiesburg makes a phenomenal play.
Okay.
Dives, times it just right, elevates, hits it with the tips of his fingers, and knocks it over the bar. Great save.
Great play. Yep.
Literally, in our dugout, we all said, oh, that's a great save. Self-included. Great save. It was a great play. I don't care. I don't hate the kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a nice kid.
Yeah.
The kid, a couple of seconds later, knows that I'm filming, and he goes, did you get that? And I said, yeah. And he goes, can I get it later? And I went, yeah, sure. And then he says, was it going in? Because obviously he had just jumped,
Yeah,
right?
He didn't know where.
He just
spatial awareness.
He goes, was it going in? And I said, oh, yeah, had you not touched it, it was going in. Because it was.
Yeah.
That was it. It was the extent of the conversation.
Okay. Don't tell me.
Play continues for another couple of minutes, and Tupelo gets a corner kick.
Okay.
You're aware of corner kicks.
I am aware of
soccer.
corner kicks.
So they're setting up Tupelo is to kick the corner, and all of a sudden the head referee goes, y'all got to go. Why? Y'all got to leave the dugout. It's against the rules. What rules? What rules? I said, y'all didn't say it was anything about rules earlier. And he goes, well, that was before someone complained. And I said, who complained? He goes, you know I can't tell you that. I said, well, I'm damn sure going to find out.
Had to be a parent.
It was parents of the other team over there, worked up, thinking that we're harassing their goaltender. People, man.
Yeah, we've gotten so.
So the offending one, when it was over, when the game ended,
She didn't talk to you.
Oh no! I said to him. I said, is it okay if I go to the dugout now? Is it okay? And then he's all worked up that I have the audacity. I'm like, no, you started this. You started it.
You started it.
You started
Yep.
it. Nobody was doing anything to you. We're in here minding our own business.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing anything. We're not even cheering. We're just watching, like actually having a conversation about, hey, it's kind of sad, right, that this comes to an end. I remember when these guys were little. These guys have been playing together for a long time, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes.
I do.
And anyway, people. Soft. That's the word. Soft. And then when you say something to them, oh, you can't talk to me. The hell I can't.
No, yeah. I had a conversation. I won't say. I can't say it. I had a conversation about how to deal with Karens with somebody the other day. So I think you ignore the first one. And if they continue to go, my rule of dealing with Karens is the first time it happens, you ignore it. If it happens again in the immediate setting, not 5 days later, same person, if they continue, say, will you don't appreciate that. Will you mind please stopping if they're directing things at you? Yeah. And then, I'm a 3-strike rule policy, man. 3 strikes, you're out. 3 strikes, all bets are off. All bets are off.
Yep.
So that's kind of how I deal with them. All right. NFL schedule release will be Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm not the least bit. I don't care. Apparently, a lot of people do. I don't understand the excitement. I guess everybody's craving for football right now. They did announce the Chiefs and Ravens will be the opening game today, so that'll be a good game. Obviously.
That'd be a good game in Kansas City, I presume, since they won the Super Bowl.
Usually is, yeah.
Yeah. I'm cheering for the one thing I'm cheering for on the schedule is for the Saints to have a home game the day after the Ole Miss LSU game in Baton Rouge.
That would be fun.
That's what I'm cheering for.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Evan House on Twitter says they're Charmin Ultra Soft. So you're right. You're right, Evan. All right.
But otherwise, that your team's going to get 8 home games, 9 road games, 9 home games, whatever the case may be.
Yeah. You're getting 9 and 8, one way or the other.
Yeah. So it is what it is. You're going to play the division games. If you're the Bengals, you're going to play the Browns twice, the Steelers twice, and the Ravens twice.
I think if you get 8 home games, you get more preseason home games. I think they help make up the revenue there.
Yeah, sure.
It's like 2 for 1, basically, because it takes 2 home game preseason games to make up the revenue for 1.
Oh, okay.
Regular game.
Gotcha.
It was very nice. We got a big week this week. Another week that you don't care. We got the second golf major of the year, the PGA Championship this week.
I was aware of that.
Oh, you were aware of that?
I was. It's in Louisville.
It's in Louisville. Very good. It was very nice of Scotty Scheffler to stay at home for the birth of his child this week, so somebody else could win. Everybody's on the Rory train now because he won.
I mean, Scotty's wife is let's give some credit.
Hey,
she's
so nice.
She's so nice, and she says, "Listen, Scotty, when you go win the Masters, I'm gonna hold this off. Now, I know the PGA's coming, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's get this over with.
Yeah,
let's do this now. Now you're gonna miss the Hope, Bing Crosby, Wells Fargo Classic.
But it was a big one though.
Right now, I'm complimenting Mrs. Scheffler.
Okay. It was a big event though,
and so he's gonna go now win the PGA Championship for his newborn.
Yep. So it was very nice of her to let somebody else win this week.
It was.
Rory McIlroy was the beneficiary.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't he always play this particular event well?
He does. He plays this course. Quail Hollow. He plays this course particularly well.
I saw him being interviewed by my friend Taylor Zarzer.
Yeah.
And
he likes it.
Yeah, he was talking about how much he likes that course. And Taylor was asking him what he liked about it, and Rory wouldn't tell him because he says, I don't want to give away secrets. It's hard enough.
Well, because he can hit the ball a gazillion freaking miles, and he has shorter irons than everybody else. And the greens are literally the greens are so hard, like hitting on this table. And he gets such a driving advantage that he can hit his irons.
It'd be hard to stop the ball on this table.
No, it really was legitly extremely hard greens, and he was able to stop them.
Okay.
But I was very frustrated because I had Xander outright, and he finished. It was a 2-way race, and he blew Xander really didn't choke. Rory actually went and took it from him. He was unconscious from the jump. But PGA's this weekend. Got 16 live golfers in coming over, and PGA did a lot of special invites. So they kind of said, hey, we're getting all the good live guys over here. Taylor Gooch, Joaquin Neiman, a lot of guys that a lot of the fans haven't heard of, but they invited like 16 which was probably, I think, like 9 or 8 had qualified before that. But you're going to have some live guys coming over. But as we said, Scotty Scheffler's wife, we still don't know when she gave birth, but they haven't said it's just recent. It's been recently, which reminded me, I haven't told the story on here. My wife is going to shoot me when I tell you this. I had a little issue.
Well, that'll get me out of my trip.
Yeah, that would get you out of your trip. I had a little issue when Knox was born. So I was recruiting. I had 9 kids I was going to sign that class.
Okay.
So my week is very busy. It was during contact period. So we had 3 weeks to contact period. I had to go see all 9 of these guys. And Erin is due on whatever, it was like a Wednesday. Or Tuesday or Wednesday. She's due before contact period started on Thursday.
You're coaching where at the time?
I'm at South Alabama.
Okay.
And so
you're working for Joey.
Working for Joey Jones.
Okay.
And so we had it arranged to where I had the plane was just going to basically play taxi with me the whole way. And my kids were so spread out. I had them from Jackson, Mississippi. I had 2 kids at Hines all the way to Atlanta.
Okay.
And through Birmingham, Mobile, everywhere. So we had this whole deal planned out. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do it. It's not going. So if she went into labor, I was going to be able to get on the plane and come back because I had to go see these kids. And I'm stressed out. I don't know how this is going to work. I was like, something's going to happen. Either A, I'm not going to, because other people were recruiting them. I'm going to lose one of these kids, or I'm going to miss the birth of my child. And I was like, I know which one's going to get me in the most permanent trouble, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
And so I'm like, okay, so Joey had this plane arranged.
A different version of the transfer portal.
Oh, yeah, whole different version. So we had this, and we didn't have a lot of money, all that stuff. We had a guy, had a plane, was going, pick me up and bring me home if anything happened. And I'm high stress. Well, we get to I didn't go to the coaches convention was that week. I didn't go.
Smart.
And so we get to Wednesday and she's doing her checkup the day that the baby's due. And we go in there and the doctor, he's like, yeah, she's not even close.
Okay.
And she's going to, and so I'm like, now I'm in contact period. I'm like, I'm screwed. And so it's like, Doc, is there anything we can do? I mean, I'm outside. She's in the room. Okay. I said, is there anything we can do?
There are things they can do to kind of move it along.
I said, is there anything we can do? I got to be in a house like in 36 hours. He goes, Coach, I got you. It was the University of South Alabama Women and Children's team, Says, Coach, I got you.
Push things along.
Dude, he went in that room, and my wife is tough as they get.
Oh,
okay, she's tough.
He did the stripping of the membranes.
I heard her screaming, and I was like, he went in there and stripped her membranes.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we got in the car, and that hospital is downtown Mobile, and I was living in Spanish Fort at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I got exactly where I'm at.
Yes.
I don't even get halfway. I get a quarter of the way on the I-10 bridge.
The Bayway.
The Bayway. And she goes, I'm in labor. And so I literally went right down the halfway that goes by R&R. And I
got off the Bayway onto the causeway.
On the causeway, went right back on the interstate, went straight back to the hospital.
Back in.
Went straight back to the hospital. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if she know how much I kind of alluded at that one time, but the doc stripped the membranes of my wife so I could go recruiting.
Well, there's a reason that happened. He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Once you get to that point, it's like, let's knock this thing out.
Hey, we're in the South, man. Football just means more. Baby's got to come on. So
did you get the recruit?
We got all 9.
No
all
way.
9. I did. Got all 9 of them.
How about that?
It was good. Had a good couple of weeks there. So that's how Knoxie got here.
You told Erin it was all worth it, right?
Yeah,
you worked every bit as hard as she did.
Yeah, she didn't listen to that. We had a scary one with Knox. That was when that was the one that she almost died in labor. I don't know. I don't care. It's not that big of a deal, but I mean, it's good now.
I do know this story now.
I told you personally.
You told me, yes.
It's like when she went in there. My wife's not a large human being, and I don't know what she was weighing or whatever. They mistakenly, when they gave her epidural,
mm-hmm.
they mistakenly gave her anesthesia for someone who weighs 100 pounds more than she does.
Oh,
and her blood pressure got to like 32/18, and she was going out. And if it wasn't for the doctor that came down, because it was an anesthesiologist was doing it, if it wasn't for her doctor coming in there, I mean, she probably wouldn't have made it through that. It was a scary.
Wow.
Probably 30 minutes there.
Wow.
Like she was going out, like she was, and I was like, hey, I was doing the traditional, stay with me. It was scary.
Wow. That is terrifying.
Yeah, it was rough, but Everybody's here. Everybody's good.
Yeah.
Everybody's here. Everybody's good.
Okay.
All right. Let's do life advice, and then we'll get to the truck.
Oh, yeah. All right. Life advice is presented by Cole Walters, State Farm Insurance. Cole is licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole state of Georgia. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. Again, 706-525-7850. You can also check him out at ColeWaltersInsurance.com.
Neal, real quick, you got a question for on TikTok?
Okay.
It says, this is from Matthew. Looks like Matthew Kerby Jones 3 says, Tyler, if you could only drink one beer for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Mine would probably be Miller Lite.
Ooh, one
And he said, what it would be Neal's.
Okay.
I'm easy. I'm domestic. Miller Lite for me.
My answer is probably Ghost in the Machine from Parrish.
And mine would be Draft too. I like Draft.
Yeah,
beer.
yeah, Draft. Got a couple of candidates.
Ghost by the Machine.
Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Machine.
Neal's an IPA guy.
And that's more of a pale ale, sort of. There's an American pale ale that I really like from Bell's. It's just the Two-Hearted Ale.
Yep.
Terrific on draft. Just fantastic. And then the other one that I really like is another American pale ale. It's out of Chicago. It's just the Goose Island Pale Ale. I think it's a terrific beer.
Okay. All right.
There's a couple beers that I still want to try, and then there's one that they went out of business. They're out of California.
You didn't drink enough.
They were out of California. It was Anchor. The Anchor made Anchor Steam. I always loved Anchor Steam.
Okay. All right. Neal, hit us with life advice. We got a little life advice.
All right. This is a good one. I've given this some thought. Run this by some people.
Okay.
Ran this by my wife.
Oh.
And she agreed with.
Got a little Laura advice.
She agreed with what I was going to say.
Okay.
So you're getting a lot here, caller, if you will. He says, so I've been planning to propose in August for several months now. I haven't asked her dad and don't have a ring, but I'll have one by July. I found out her younger sister's boyfriend is planning to ask her sister at their family vacation at the end of June. I was planning to ask her dad at this vacation. Basically, from her family's perspective, how do I make it not seem like I'm just proposing because her younger sister will be engaged? Do I at least need to move up the timeline for when I ask her dad, assuming he's meaning for her hand in marriage?
Yes.
All right.
I know who sent this in, by the way, so I know a little bit more about the situation.
Okay. My initial response, I saw this. I was at the gym. You sent this to me.
I did.
I just got through kind of running a little bit on the treadmill. I was walking a little bit, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, boy. My initial response, you and I have not discussed this.
Nope.
You have to speed up. You have to speed up. You got to move the calendar up. If you have this piece of information, you got to move up. You got to hit the accelerating button, or you're going to have to hit the pause button. You can't do it now at the same deal.
You can't go
to this
on the same vacation where that's going to happen, and you're
going to look like you're trying to upstage her sister.
Yeah, we're going to have the same advice. My whole deal would be, because I know who this is.
Mm-hmm.
My deal would be he's planning to do it in August.
Know.
Yeah, right. He's planning on doing it in August.
Yeah,
just go now. Go next week. Go the weekend. Go at nighttime. Go during the day at work. Whatever it is. Ask him to lunch.
Yes.
Ask him to something else.
100%.
And then let them know. Say, hey, I'm planning to do this in August. I would be honest. Like, hey, I've heard this. I didn't want it to come across as this. I'm planning to do it in August. Still going to do it in August. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
But no, you're saying you can still do it in August, but I would do the.
So you know these people. So let me ask this question because I don't know this piece of information.
Yeah.
He knows about the plan for June with the other sister's boyfriend. How?
Because that person asked for his help.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, your advice is good.
Yes.
Because Laura's advice, and she didn't have that piece of information either. He should ask the dad sooner. Okay, so
yes.
wish he could have the ring before the trip and beat the future brother-in-law to the punch. She didn't have the second piece of information when she gave that advice, but her first piece of advice is the same as yours and mine, and that's it's time to go. Hey, Dad, Mr. Whatever, it's time to go to lunch.
Yeah, go to lunch.
Go have dinner. If he has a beer, go buy him his favorite beer. Go whatever the case may be. You need to sit down and say, listen, I don't want to ruin anything, but I want to have this man to man.
Yes, face to face,
man to man. Here's the deal. I had been planning to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage in June at the family vacation.
Yes.
My plan was to propose to your daughter in August.
Yes.
I would hope she would say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he's good there.
I have since learned, and I don't want to ruin a surprise, but I want to be honest with you here. And I've since learned that, I don't know the people's names, that the other boyfriend dating your other daughter is proposing to her at this vacation.
It'll be expensive summer for him one day.
Yeah, because Dad's going to have a lot of... Dad's
going to be like, mother.
Yeah, Dad's got a lot of concerns going on. And right now he's like, listen, I don't get things. No, but you got to do that and say, so I don't want to ruin the vacation and upstage it. I want that to be about them, and that's great. But I didn't want you to think that I'm doing something in reaction to that. So I wanted you to know that I was planning to do this ahead of time. And so I would like to go ahead and ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. And that way you know that this isn't some reaction to what happened. This is genuine. Yeah.
So I would, but you don't have to change when you're doing it.
No.
Just have the conversation.
What's the other? Okay, the two sisters is the one that's the older sister who's dating our guy.
Our guy's dating the older sister.
Is she going to be upset about being upstaged?
I will say
June?
this.
Is this going to put some pressure on him?
I don't know about this.
It's going to ruin his vacation.
I can imagine July. That month of July is going to be rough because it's going to be like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. The June vacation is not going well, is it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think they're okay. But I'm just saying, but after that, and the clock is like boom, 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 boom. And I'm not talking about a biological clock. I'm talking about
the official has gone.
Yeah. The ultimatum clock has been.
There's none of this. Yeah. There's no more of this.
No more timeouts.
It is a running clock.
We're under 2 minutes. Everybody's out of timeouts. The game will be decided on this drive.
Yeah, we're not stopping this damn thing. There is no 2-minute warning. No more timeouts.
No.
And
CBS is done. They had their last timeout.
And nobody's putting this thing out of bounds. There's no turnovers.
No.
There's no nothing.
He's been on the CBS television schedule too. So it's been a while. So. He's but just do it before.
I feel for him though with the girlfriend. I'm just telling you, I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. That's going to be a bad trip for him.
My father-in-law made it so uncomfortable, unnecessarily, and I've never addressed this with him. So unnecessarily uncomfortable for me.
Why?
No, I mean like it's funny. He was not mean, but it was great.
Okay.
No, it was just
screwing with you.
Yeah, like I made up a fake recruiting trip. And flew to South Carolina and had no money, but flew to South Carolina. It was like, hey, I'm in town recruiting, which wasn't even, it was like 25 hours away from my nearest recruiting area. I'm in town recruiting. We'd love to stop by and stop by for dinner and say hello or whatever. They're like, yeah, come on, and then once I got there, she lived in a very old Victorian house.
The haunted one.
The haunted house.
Okay.
The haunted house.
Yeah.
And he takes me into like one of the front sitting rooms and got some scotch out. Like I've been to the house 1,000 times. We've never even gone in that room, much less had scotch together.
So he knew what was coming.
He knew what was up.
Yeah.
So he kind of, he busted out the good scotch, which I'm not a scotch guy.
I was going to ask. You don't seem.
I sure as the hell wasn't a scotch guy at 20-something years old.
Yeah.
So that was. He knew it was coming, but he was great. He just knew it was coming. And
he was playing.
Sat me on like like the show furniture. Like there's a big leather couch in there. You want to go sit down and watch the game? No,
No.
We're going to the front sitting room with no nothing but like these old
go make this
antique wooden bench kind of things. So no, it was good. But that's how I did mine.
All right,
it's time, Neal. You ready?
Speaking of haunted houses, is it too late for a recount?
It is not. It is too late for a recount. Yes, it is too late. So we have reached, courtesy of our good friends at Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning.
Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. Yep.
They are sponsoring Neal's trip, his punishment trip. So we're going to blow this out of the water. We're going to talk about the rules here, and we're going to talk about the giveaway.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're listening on TikTok, I hope you live in Mississippi or somewhere close. We'll have to figure the other stuff out. All right.
So if you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, all of that part of North Mississippi, Comer are your people.
Yep.
If you live in Memphis, Collierville, Hernando, mentioned Hernando earlier, Lewisburg, South Haven, Olive Branch, Horn Lake, all of that area.
You ran out of schools.
I'm starting to. DeSoto Central.
Yeah.
If you live in those areas, the people at Southern, they're the same people.
Yep.
Same products, same services, the whole deal. So, but they are going to be giving away, as part of this extravaganza, a complete heating and cooling system for your home.
Okay.
I probably don't have to tell you, if you're a homeowner, what that's worth. You've been down this road. I've been telling people for a while. Now's the time. If you hadn't checked that damn thing much,
better do it.
You better hop on it, because if it's making a strange sound now in July, that bad boy truck. Ask your boy how I know.
Henry's guy.
It's gonna go out.
It's going out.
Get it checked now, by the way. Call that number, and they'll give you a spring cleaning $25 off if you tell them you heard about it on MPW Digital. But there's a way to get registered next week, for to win a brand.
No, they're going to be able to start today.
Okay.
We're going to announce the contest today.
Okay, gotcha.
And we will cut it off when we leave for the trip. So they have 1 week. All right. So here's the situation for the people on TikTok and people on the stream that are new to listen to our show. Neal lost our football wager. And our wager this year, narrowly, it came down to the last game.
Thank you.
It came down to the last game. I made a miraculous comeback. I won. And so Neal's punishment for losing, we'll do another one and this year, but Neal's punishment, he's been on the IR with his knee surgery, so he's ready to go.
Yep.
Finally,
I've been freed to surf. So now I'm ready for my flight to Hawaii.
You think we should send you to Hawaii?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's how this works. I am going to pick up Neal next Monday, May the 20th. I'm picking Neal up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
We're going to the airport. Once you get
to the
airport, going to the Memphis airport. Okay. Once we get you to the airport, I'm going to give you an envelope that's telling you where to go. Okay.
Okay.
The plane ticket has already been purchased.
Aloha.
Okay. And just to be really nice to you, I've already purchased the hotel room for that first night.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have a flight and a hotel, so you don't have to worry about that part.
The Waikiki Hilton.
All right. So Neal is going to learn
Hilton
where he's going on Monday when he gets to the airport.
Find out best hotels.
And then he has to. What? The hotel's already been purchased.
I see where I'm staying. Best hotels in Waikiki.
I love how you think I'm going to send you to Waikiki. That's what we're sending you. So Neal has no passport.
5-star hotels in Honolulu.
So we have to send him to the United States. And
this is going to be spectacular.
He has to find his way home by plane, train, or bus.
The Kailai on Waikiki Beach. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Okay. I'm glad you're looking forward to that.
You should see the views.
Here's how we're doing this, okay?
Yeah.
Home, I will let you, because I have done some advanced looking to see where everything kind of like, we do not have a Greyhound bus station here in Oxford.
Right.
The two closest Greyhound bus stations are in Memphis and Tupelo.
Okay.
So we will count Memphis or Tupelo home.
As returning.
Okay. Okay. And then whenever you say, hey, I'm going to be there, I will come pick you up from said destination.
Okay.
Okay.
Please be prompt.
I'll be on time. How about that? I don't know. I don't know exactly when it's going to be.
Be armed. I mean, be prompt.
I may need to do both. May need to give you a little armed escort. But Memphis or Tupelo will be considered home. All right. But the ticket has been purchased. Okay. Now let's talk about our contest.
Did you get me an aisle seat, by the way?
Huh? I did get you an aisle seat on your flight out there.
Awesome. Okay.
Now it'll be up to you whenever you fly back to go see the counter and make sure that they do that. But out there, I was super kind to you. Got you an aisle seat and a hotel room.
How long's my layover wherever I'm going?
Can't say.
Okay.
Can't say. I do know, though.
I will tell you that I'm braced for two things.
Okay, what are you braced for?
Mentally, I'm prepared for a very long layover somewhere.
Okay. Well, that's not hard. You can go to a bar.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Your boy, the problem for people that are hoping this is punishment for me, your boy kind of enjoys time to himself. I'm okay usually.
Yeah, it's not the time to yourself. It's going to be I'm not worried about the time by yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the entertainment with you interacting with other human beings. Other humans. Okay. Which is why we're incorporating the interaction of other human beings into our contest.
Okay.
Okay. If you would like to participate in the contest for the free presented by Comer Heating and Air and Southern Air Conditioning, if you would like to participate in that, this is what you have to do, Neal.
Okay.
Starting right now. Right now. We have the email that Neal has put in the chat. It's McCready and Siskey @gmail.com. And yes, you have to spell it right or we won't get it.
Yeah.
It's McCready.
Because that's how that works.
And Siskey @gmail.com. You need to email
Don't have
us.
Hugh Freeze do it for you because I saw his Mother's Day tweet. It was so full of grammatical errors.
I would be guilty of that too.
Get it proofread.
All right. Here's what you have to send us: your name, your number, and your address. So email us your name, number, and address, and your guess. And your guess is going to be this, Neal. When you leave here, when I drop you off at the airport, okay, until the time I pick you up at wherever I'm picking you up,
okay,
you are going to keep count of how many people wearing masks you see while you're on your trip.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So when we have our call-ins and check-ins, you say, hey, I saw 22 people today. So every time you see somebody with a mask, you hit a tally. And the winner of the competition.
And I will have no access to this email, by the way.
No, I'm the only one that has access.
I will have no access to it. So there's no way that I can play favorites because I won't know who has guessed what.
Correct. Okay. And then if the person who is closest.
Plus I'll be surfing. So
yeah, good luck with that. The person who is closest to the final number wins. And we're not doing prices right. Closest to the actual number.
Yeah. Without going over.
We're not doing all that. Just closest to the number. Will win from the free heating and air conditioning unit from Comer Heating and Air and Southern Air Conditioning. Okay?
Okay.
So you got to keep tally, and we'll do it every day. When we do our check-ins, we'll do every day. How many did you see? And we'll tally it up.
I'll just tell you.
You'll tell me.
I won't do it on a show.
No, you'll just tell me.
Okay.
Unless we do a show, and you'll say, hey, or when we do our show, how we're doing that.
Okay.
You would say, hey, I've seen 46 people, but the answers have to be in before we get to the airport. So start registering now.
Oh, okay. So they have until next Monday.
They have until next Monday to enter. Okay.
Okay.
You have until next Monday.
Gotcha. So you can start guessing now.
You can start guessing now.
And so realistically, if you had to guess, how many days will I be away from home?
Well, see, I think it gives some of it away. Like I know of some things that are going to cause some delays.
Okay.
You're going to be gone for a while. I'll just say that.
Okay.
It's not going to be a turnaround. We won't see you on Tuesday or Wednesday.
So wherever I land, I got to go somewhere to get to where I'm supposed to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Wherever you land, you have to go somewhere.
There's no airport on Waikiki Beach. I mean, I got to get there.
You have to go somewhere from the airport.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm very, very excited about this. I've had this picked for like 4 months now.
Because I'm probably not flying directly into Scottsdale. Probably flying into Sky Harbor.
You're Phoenix. Not flying anywhere direct. Nope. Nowhere direct for you, boss.
So Martha's Vineyard it is. That would be exciting.
Yeah.
Never been there.
So
I think they'll like me at Martha's Vineyard. I'm not really as sophisticated.
Probably see more masks.
I would see a lot of masks.
So that's part of the fun.
That raised the number.
That's part of the fun for the trip is nobody knows where we're going.
Where I'm going.
If I sent you to Florida and back,
I might not see.
You may not see anything.
Yeah.
You never know. But it's gonna be a journey. I'm excited about it. So
Sammy said on my flight to LA last night, my seatmate had 2 masks, a face guard, and gloves, but was wearing slippers. What would happen if I explained to someone that was wearing a mask sitting near me, hey, I lost this bet. And here's the deal that I'm having to do.
Yeah.
Can I interview you about why you're still wearing a mask? You think they'd get offended?
I mean, you're not going to see them again. So I think we should do that. I think that should be a requirement.
You don't think I'd get like kicked off the plane or something?
What are they going to do? Kick you off in the middle of the air?
Well, they could arrest me when I landed. That would suck.
For asking somebody to do an interview?
Well, if you were harassing them.
No, you just ask them one time. If they say no, you just say no.
So, okay, yeah.
You don't like harass them. By gosh, take do this interview. But I think you should for sure. I'm actually, since you got an aisle seat, I'm low key actually hoping that somebody wearing a mask is sitting right in the middle seat.
That'd be funny.
I really want that to happen. And then you can just interview them while you're on the plane.
That'd be great.
That would be great.
That would be funny.
That would be funny.
All right.
We definitely, we'll have to, we put that on TikTok. We'll definitely go get red barred across.
Yeah, they'd be upset about it.
They probably would. So you can start now. That's McCready and Siskey at gmail.com. You put it in chat a minute ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
Okay. And so, all right, so let's talk about this reveal of where your first deal. You want me to get an envelope and hand it to you as I let you out of the car at the airport?
Sure.
Okay. I'm a little worried about you packing.
I kind of have a plan for packing already. I'm just going to pack light. And
yeah, what's your plan? Like, what do you do?
All right, so I've been checking weather kind of everywhere.
Okay.
And even in
how many pairs
surgery,
but here's the key. I know you're talking about climate. What about your draws, man? How many draws you taking?
Well, that's easy though, because it's pretty easy to throw 4 or 5 pairs of underwear in a bag.
Well, if you're going longer than 5 days.
Well, I would assume somewhere they have a washing machine.
Or a store to buy draws.
I mean, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. There's probably
Oxford, Mississippi is not the only place where I could buy a pair of underwear or socks.
Or you could not change your underwear and you'll fit right on in with everybody riding your Greyhound.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Smell like ass and Marlboro Reds when you get off that thing.
That's true. Neal, have you been smoking? No, I was only Greyhound.
No.
God, you can imagine what this is going to smell like. Oh, my God.
Nothing wrong with riding a Greyhound. I was just saying.
Yeah, still, it doesn't change the fact that it smells. Yeah, I'm going to probably pack light and just wing it.
Pack light and wing it. All right. I can't, we got to figure out, I can't say, I got to be careful how we figure out how to do.
Yeah, I'm going to carry on the bag. I'm not even going to check a bag.
Yeah. Who checks bags anymore?
Yeah.
I never check bags.
Well, I mean, you obviously have not met my daughters.
Well, they're not going on a trip with you.
No, they're not. Just me. It's
like when I go by myself, I can't tell you last time I checked a bag.
No, I'm going to pack pretty light. I've looked at like the weather. Look, it might change, but looking around, like even the extreme parts of the country,
okay,
there's not a lot of cold weather this time of year. The knee surgery probably saved me on that.
It did. It did.
It saved me from a planning standpoint. If I were doing a trip in, say, February, you'd have to plan for a lot of extremes. A trip in May in the U.S., you can pretty much count on a certain range, and I can make that work.
Okay. Have you looked at what's been the if you had to pick, where would you want to go?
You mean other than Waikiki at the spectacular resort I just named?
Where are you leaning right now?
Where do I think you're sending me?
Yes.
My guess is that you're sending me to some place like Maine or Montana.
Okay.
Or some place remote Minnesota. I don't think you're like going to, because I don't think you're going to send me someplace that you know I've already been. I think you're going to send me someplace different.
Do you want to do a hint where I tell you the population of this place you're going is this?
It's up to you.
Let's see here. You can't see anything over here, can you?
I cannot see your computer. Sammy wants to know if we're willing to tell him 1 connection or 2 flying. Hate to do that. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Because that kind of gives distance away.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. The place you were going to, Neal, is a booming population.
Okay.
Okay. The track record.
This is where I'm spending my first night.
This is where you're going your first night.
Okay.
The track record. This place has grown.
Okay.
Over the last 32 years.
Okay.
Because when I hit the old Google machine, it gives you basically a graph of population.
Okay.
From 1990 to current.
Okay.
This population has grown a whopping 710 in the last 32 years.
So Rustin it is. And you know I grew up there, right?
Yeah. It's been on a gradual climb.
Okay.
I will just say you're under 2,000 population where you're going. And it's grown 710 in the last 32 years.
So it was once like 1,000 people there.
A lot of world champs up there and up there in that place. Almost said it.
You did.
Almost said it. Didn't say it. A lot of booming population. So the place you're going has grown in population in the last 32 years, 700 people. So that's exciting. Yes, Area 51 would be great.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny. But that's not the population. It has grown. This place's population has almost doubled in the last 32 years.
So that's making me think someplace in New England.
It's almost double.
My New England, Montana, Minnesota guess remains. I feel pretty strong about that.
And there was some strategery to my planning too, by the way.
Okay.
Well, I will tell the fans once I get you on the airplane what the strategery of the planning was.
Okay.
So, looking forward to it.
All right.
So,
yeah.
All right. Make sure you go to.
We'll have fun with it. I will. Here's the part that I will promise to do. I will film as much as I can film. I'll send it to Cole and to Tyler, and I'll let them load it into TikTok. If you'll give me login stuff, I'll do TikTok live.
Yep.
I'll do all that stuff. I'll do. I need to get the Instagram login for McCready and Siskey. I don't think I have.
I didn't have it till the other day because after TikTok shot us off, I got it from Cole. I got it all.
Okay, so I'll get all that.
And then
I'll try to do as much of that as I can. At a minimum, I'll send it to you guys to load.
I'm going to put Ecamm on my computer.
Okay.
All right. And then at some point in time during our trip, we'll do a couple. It may be a surprise. It's 1:00 in the morning.
Okay.
Neal's on a bus to wherever.
Oh God.
Joining us by phone. I can't sleep anyway. It'd be good. It'll be a surprise. It'll be me, you, and Sammy will be on here at 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be if everybody that subscribes to MPW gets a live notification on their phone at like 1:30 in the morning?
A lot of pissed off.
Pissed off people.
Like, who's that?
Who's texted you at 1:00 in the morning?
Oh, it's a notification that
on a podcast.
Tyler and Neal are going live from wherever the hell he is.
I'll be right back, honey.
Yeah. Gotta go see this.
We'll do some fun stuff.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm glad. Really appreciate Comer and Southern, by the way. Again, it was really great of them. They've been partners with us for a long time now. It's been a really successful partnership for both of us, which is what you want. And so Eric talked to me a couple of weeks ago about the free system, which is really a generous giveaway.
Oh, dude, that's big time.
As we get ready for the summer months here in the Deep South, where it's going to be scorching hot, you can't operate without one. If yours is on the fritz, now's the time to register. So take a guess at how many masks I'll see starting Monday morning when I land when I get to the Memphis airport until I get back either to Memphis or Tupelo.
We've already got 3 guesses in.
Sometime later in the week.
We've already got 3 guesses in. I just checked it. So email it to McCreadyandSiskey@gmail.com.
So you're thinking I'm back Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Let me think here. Just give me a second.
All right.
Ooh. Depends on what pattern you go in.
Okay.
Okay. This is the beauty, and I can say this. This is the beauty and strategery of my trip planning.
Okay.
You don't know it, but there are routes that you could choose to get yourself back a quicker way, but I don't think you will choose them.
Okay.
I think I in my head kind of I say, okay, if I was doing it, I go here, 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 here. What are the other ways that you could go here, 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 here? All right. There are ways that you could probably get back sooner.
What if I just like this place and decide to stay?
Well, that's the other thing is like you could also go to this place.
What if I decide this is
just file homestead and send for Laura?
This is for me.
It may be.
They got soccer teams up wherever they are.
I'm sure. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. See, if I tell you that gives you an idea of where you're going.
Yeah.
Because some places, maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
I'm sure they have.
I just need 1 year of soccer.
Matter of fact, let me see something real quick.
They got a high school.
That's what I'm looking at. They do.
Because what are the odds of them getting an all-state soccer player coming in?
Not very. They do have a high school.
They have a soccer team? I mean, this could turn into home.
Let's find out. I almost said the school again.
Yeah, don't give it away.
That would give it away. Let's see here. Let's see.
Yes, the competition starts the moment that I step out of Tyler's car at the Memphis airport. I'll start counting.
The local high school, that's the middle school, got a B- rating.
Okay.
B- rating on the local high school.
You don't know if they have a soccer team.
I'm trying.
Can't tell. You're looking at their athletics.
They don't
staff.
have great. This is very difficult to find something on a like a school website.
Coach Crane gonna be pissed.
Okay, here we go. The attendance rate is 88%.
Okay, that's pretty good.
They have 32 teachers at the high school.
Okay,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 9 through 12.
Okay.
Not a. I don't know if this is a county school or how this works.
Playing some sports, huh?
I'd imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying like hell to get to
how good is that soccer team?
We're trying to. Here we go. Here we go. I found them on Max Preps.
Okay.
Let's see. Do they have soccer? They do have a soccer team.
Huh? Hey.
They finished first in their league.
How about that? How many teams are in the league?
I will tell you, they only played 10 games.
Oh, Carson's not going to be happy with that.
They finished first. There are 4 teams in their league.
Did they go to state?
I imagine. Let's see. Let's go back to their schedule. Let's see. Oh, they're still playing.
Oh, look at that.
They're still. What if you went to a game while you were there?
He could transfer in and finish the season with the new team.
He could. They're still playing. They have a game on. I think they have 2 games left in the regular season.
Okay.
But you're not going to be there. Maybe they'll be the playoffs by the time you get there.
Okay.
How about that?
That'd be awesome.
Let's see if they got a football team. You think they got a football team?
If they have a soccer team, they probably have a football team.
This is asinine. This is great.
Make Neal spend a day at Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom from opening to closing. That would have been real punishment. Yeah, ain't no doubt.
No doubt. Hang on. God, come on, computer. I had it. Let's go that way. I'm going backwards and forwards trying to get there.
All right. And we're going to try to figure these things out. I'll tour wherever I'm going. I'll drive around, take some pictures.
Yeah, you got to stay there for a little bit.
I'll take some pictures.
Okay.
Send some video.
Football team. They got pictures?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Full of prospects?
No. Nobody's that quick you. Here we go. Let's see what they did last year. Last year they were 3-7.
Oh.
In football.
Well, the focus is on soccer. That's good.
The focus is on soccer.
I like it.
They finished DFL in their conference. They do have more schools that play Football, though, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They play football.
Okay.
So they only scored 121 points, and they
That's
gave
12.
up.
12. So Iowa.
And they and they gave up 219 points.
Oh, good defense team. Where Iowa?
Probably got a good punter.
I bet they do. I bet he's no damn Tory Taylor. I'll tell you that.
Our guesses on the trip are now flowing in. So,
Guesses on the mask or where I'm going?
Guesses on the mask.
Okay.
Are flowing in on the email. So, looking forward to it. That's all I got today, boss.
All right. So that's plenty. That's a lot. All right. We get brought to you again by Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits, achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more. We'll be back on Thursday. One more edition this week. And then next week will be Controlled Chaos. We will not be on a regular schedule. We will obviously not have a show on Monday afternoon at this time next week because I don't know where I'll be, which is sort of helpless. But
I low key want to do one at like 2 a.m. if you're on a bus.
Okay. Man, if I'm on a bus at 2 a.m, I'm not going to be particularly happy with
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, I understand that. But the good news is once I get where I'm going, I have control.
You do. And then we'll just have to get your schedule from then and see when we can figure it out.
Yeah. All right. So we'll talk to you guys on Thursday again. Rain Body Fuel to learn more. For Tyler Siskey, I'm Neal McCready. Till then, take care.